Hola mi amigos. Don't speak Spanish. I speak French. But hola mi amigo. I think it's hola, hola, hola. I have something cool for you today. It's the world's smallest 3x3 vault door, as far as I know of. I mean, with the amount of like to get that center block, you need double piston extender. Double piston extender is right there, and then you need pistons to push blocks out. And there's no extra blocks hanging over. I mean, like you can count the lever if you're really that picky. But other than that, there's like no blocks on this side of pistons, on the bottom of the pistons, this side piston except for the lever. Top of the pistons, nothing. Um, it's a cool little build if you want to have something different than the regular old 3x3 door. Just note that well, it takes up less. Well, not necessarily, but it takes up I want to say it takes up a bit less space. But it also takes like 3 times as many pistons or something. This one I'm showing you in particular is my design. You're gonna need about like a stack of maybe stack and a half of your building block materials. Mine's is a block of iron since it looks nice and there. Uh, you need 16 redstone. I think that's the exact amount. One redstone torch, 8 repeaters, 19 sticky pistons, and a lever. This is your input here if you wanna, I don't know, like have a line far away. Maybe put like the lever to the door on this over here. Then you're gonna need to. Wow, that's kind of loud. You're gonna need to put like, whoops, um, to not update the piston or to not power the piston. You need to put like a repeater there because it needs to power that dust under there. That's the main reason why I'm showing you why this. If you want to extend it, like just have your repeater and then just like just like that, and then it'll still work. Oh, by the way, this is me showing you it now. Close. I mean, yeah, close, open, closed, open. Now, let me tell you that this is not 1.5. Like, I didn't remake this or do anything. I mean, I didn't make this for 1.5. I made this in early stages of 1.4. I just had to change one tick on the repeater over there. So, if you are still in the analog stage, well, not really, because this is the analog update basically. But if you are in the old update, I will show you how to build that too at the end of the video. Not really build it, but like change the timings. Um, but when I was saying I didn't build especially for 1.5. Just want to know, I want you to know that you will not need nether quartz or anything for this, because it's just the old-fashioned redstone torch repeater piston. Like this is everything right here except for that. Um, you don't even need that. Wow, whoops. One, two, three. Like, this is your supplies. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Eight. This is it right here. Building block. No comparators, or daylight sensor, or weighted pressure plate. Wow, that's really such a long name. Um, light, heavy, huh? I haven't really experimented with that outside redstone block. I mean, and command block, hopper, dropper, none of that. Just good old fashioned this stuff. Let me show you it one more time before we actually start building it. That's closed and that's open. So let's build it over here. You want to go, well, you can place this right on the ground actually because there's nothing underneath, but I like to raise it by one or two just so I don't know, it just looks nicer. Uh, double pistons right there. I'm gonna do piston placement first. Then I'm actually gonna start wiring it up. The piston like that. So you have this sort of like T thing. All of them are facing up. Then just make your floor, and then extend two out like that. And then piston there, piston, 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 piston. You don't. That's just a placeholder block. You don't need it. And then just fill in your wall with blocks. Get rid of that. And then your roof right here. And then find where this piston would extend to. This top one over here, it'll extend to there. So these two need pistons over here, like that, and like that. So we make sure we get all of the thingamabobbers. um, what's a better word? All of the edges, should I say? Maybe? Yeah. Make your wall. Actually, I'm just gonna do it the easier way. Just like to extend up, up, placeholder. Whoa, stomach. I apologize if you can hear the tiny little raindrops outside. It rained today in Hawaii. Sunny Hawaii. Who figures, huh? No. um, been raining for past 3 days. I want to say. Find the three pistons in a row, and then place the block right in the center, like an H. Place the lever or whatever, like your repeater going into it, like that. Won't. Then dust on top, and then here, let's wire up the top bit first. Then you're gonna need dust there, blocks, dust, dust. Uh, then repeaters, dust, dust, and then block. Actually, that needs to be a repeater. Sorry. Um, Now, note that this over here, these, whatever you can see here, is going to be your walls and the edges of over here, with the exception of this one right here, which is going to be your centerpiece. So, might want to make that glowstone or something nice, different. Then you're going to need that. Oh, one more piston that needs to be placed is right there. Oh, and then one over here too for the closing. Sorry if I'm confusing you, but basically I placed a piston there next to the T on the opposite side of the lever. The lever is right there, so go to the upside and then go put that there. Then piston facing down, flat with this. Then you repeater and then block, dust, then dust. I mean, yeah, dust down here. Then you come find this, and then for now, just place a block right there. Find where it's going to extend to. It's going to extend to there, and then 2 blocks underneath that, you're going to place that, and then we'll get back to that later. Actually, yeah, let's get back to that later. Find the lever again. Underneath, you want to put dust, and then you want to put blocks next to that, so it's kind of like a times day. Oh, sorry. Set day. You want to make sort of like a creeper face, like that's the eyes, and then that's the mouth. I don't know. That's how I interpreted it. And then so you place dust on all three of those. This would not get cut off because piston is a transparent block. I'm sure some of you know that. And then kind of like find the center one. Aim this way and put a repeater into that block. So when this piston extends, the bottom piston makes sense, then it'll put this top piston in position so that this repeater will power it. Don't do what I just did. That'll just make you have to undo it. Then you come down, repeater on 3, and then this side over here, you come down, dust. Now, what you gotta do now is you place a block there, and then dust there. And then what'll happen is when you flick this lever, I'm not going to do it right now, this will activate, powering this bottom piston and the top, like where the top piston would go. So bottom piston extends, placing the top piston in the position, and then that extends. And then when you flick the lever off, I mean, like, this will always be powered, but this basically keeps the bottom piston extended long enough so that the bottom piston extended long enough so that it can retract the top piston too, when, because the piston cannot retract the extended piston. Not sure if that made sense, but sure some of you made sense of that. And then from this point over here, just place a block right there. And then top over here on this side for the ending closing circuit, sort of. Find that block that you placed earlier, place a dust on it. Then you find that block, place a dust there, dust on that one, so you got this squiggly thing. And when this piston extends, it will cut that off, which is exactly what we want. Then block next to that, like that. So find that corner and then block there. And then you want to just place a torch there, or you could put a upside down lever if that's more cheap to you. I prefer the torch because it looks cooler, I think, in my opinion. Don't like upside down levers for some reason. And then place 2 blocks over there. So you have this platform sort of thing, like Tetris piece. and then a corner thing like a pentomino. Is that what they call them? Then you place two repeaters. Then this one is on 3, that one is on 2, and then we should have a finished product. Let me just flick the lever and then unflick it. Nope. What did I do wrong? Oh, this needs to be on 2. That top repeater right there, that needs to be on 2 ticks. So when I close it, what happens is, of course, all these other pistons, like this is really simple. They get powered from redstone. What happens down here is, like I said earlier, um, this repeater powers this piston and also that dust. So even after this repeater turns off, uh, it'll retract the top piston, but the bottom piston will still be activated. Piston will still be activated because of this repeater. Will still be powering that block for 2 ticks after, and the piston takes 2 ticks to retract. I'm not going to get too technical, but basically keeps it on long enough so that top piston retracts the bottom piston, and then why did I fly down? Then this dust over here, of course, powers that piston. Doesn't do anything fancy except power that piston. And then dust. Then when it turns off, after everything else has retracted, then this bit will turn off, and then these will turn off, retracting that one. So what basically this 2 tick thing over here does is it gives us enough time for this section over here to turn off, and then it'll activate the closing circuit. So this piston will retract, allowing this torch with the dust being powered to power this dust over here, because it travels downward, when it retracts. And then first it powers that block, which will power, see, that top piston. Here, let me just show you. Let me close it. So first it'll power when here, when this is retracted, this, see how it's powering the arm right now, which isn't really powering anything. It'll power this piston, which will retract the block, and it'll reach up to grab the block, and then what this does over here is it extends it, so it'll only give a short pulse, a 1 tick pulse. So it'll extend and then retract really quickly, which is what we want. Otherwise, you'll just see like that block being there forever, and you can't do anything about it. So that's it if you're playing in 1.5. Now, I know some of you are playing 1.3 and 1.4. I do believe this works in 1.4. What you want to do is you want to make this, this might work, this design might work in 1.5, but to make it even faster by like 1 tick, you can change that to 1 tick, and then this you leave like that. Now, I don't think this works in this version. Yeah, like that doesn't work at all. It needs that extra delay. But in 1.4, that's how you can make it a little bit faster. But that's it for this episode. I've said but a couple times, and well, a lot of times. And I've said a lot of times. I just said it again. I'm getting back into the YouTube thing. Haven't done it for 2 months. I miss it dearly. I want to get some of my creations out there. So that's it for this episode. And I hope you noticed I didn't have the intro in front. I'm working on a new one. I'm not really liking the current one I have. I made it myself, but it's not really that great, to be honest. See you next time. Bye.